Hello everybody, have a good evening to all of you. Today we will discuss about complementary DNA, a short video regarding molecular biology in this context. Okay, let's discuss about the complementary of DNA. Let's discuss about the strands of DNA. The double helical DNA consists of two strands, 3 prime, 5 prime opposite, 5 prime, 3 prime. Out of the two strands, the strand carrying genetic information which help in synthesis of RNA is called as template strand. This is the template strand. The template strand is otherwise called as non-coding strand. It is otherwise called as non-coding strand, or it is called as antisense strand, non-coding strand, or it is antisense strand. Okay, all these three determine to same DNA strand. Okay, the opposite strand to template is called as non-template strand, non-template or coding strand, or it is called as sense strand. Okay, because the genetic information which are transcribed through mRNA are equal to this strand which extend from 5' to 3'. Okay, these three represent same strand and these three also represent the same. Okay, then what's about a complementary DNA? We have already studied the process of replication. During replication, the DNA produces another DNA which is equal to it. Daughter DNA are produced from the parent's DNA. Okay, then what is complementary? Let's erase it. The DNA strand consists of, suppose this is the DNA strand. The DNA strand consists of darkly stained area and lightly stained area. These lightly stained area are called as euchromatin, darkly stained area is heterochromatin. Okay, suppose these are the heterochromatin zones, heterochromatin zones, heterochromatin, other regions are euchromatin zones. Okay, these euchromatin help in protein synthesis, heterochromatin do not help in protein synthesis. Heterochromatin has no role in protein formation, protein synthesis. The euchromatin got the power of helping synthesis of protein, helping protein synthesis. Okay, if we compare the DNA, it shows that the DNA carries coding zone and non-coding zone. When the DNA is transcribed, suppose after transcription, what happened? What happened after transcription? A single strand is formed which carries coding zones. These coding zones are called as exon, coding zone. Non-coding zones are called as intron. These are non-coding zone. Okay. So both coding and non-coding zones are present. So this is not the RNA. This is not the RNA because it cannot synthesize a protein which is continuous. The proteins are synthesized from this part, from this part, from this part. So we can only obtain fragments of protein. In spite of getting a complete molecule, we will get the fragments only. Okay. So this mRNA is said to be immature mRNA. This immature mRNA consists of both coding and non-coding zones. The exons are functional part of the gene, while the introns or non-coding sequences are non-functional part of gene. We cannot build protein from this RNA. So in such cases, what happens? Small ribonucleoprotein snRNP ribonucleoprotein which are present in the nucleus, they help in removing these introns away. When the introns are removed, the rest part or exon join to form the RNA which is shorter in length. Suppose all these exons joined forming the three exons joined to forming matured RNA, matured messenger RNA is formed here. Okay. So this RNA carries all the sequences which help in formation of protein. We can make a complementary DNA from it. Okay. After extraction of matured RNA, suppose the mature RNA is extracted, extraction of matured RNA. Suppose this is the matured RNA, it has been extracted from the cell. What happened? After extraction, when it is treated with reverse transcriptase, treated by reverse transcriptase, what happened? The process causes reverse transcription, producing a complementary DNA molecule. So that a complementary DNA molecule, single stranded DNA can be converted into, with the help of reverse transcription, it can produce complementary DNA. Okay. This complementary DNA, the single stranded DNA which is, so when this matured RNA is extracted, treated with reverse transcriptase, it produces DNA, complementary DNA. So when this DNA single stranded, suppose this is the single stranded DNA, this is a single stranded DNA. This single stranded DNA treated with DNA polymerase 3 enzyme to produce complementary DNA. This complementary DNA can be obtained by treatment with enzyme. Okay. The prokaryotic gene do not have intron, so there is no need of splicing here. Like when the splicing process or processing is going on for formation of complementary DNA, or for formation of matured RNA. Okay. But in prokaryote it never takes place because prokaryote do not have any type of introns. Okay. So, this whole process is called as eukaryotic gene isolation. Eukaryotic gene isolation. Okay. Thank you. This is all about the complementary DNA. Please share and like this video for the further uploads. Okay. Thank you.